Okay, YouTube's up and running. Broadcast is going. Cool. And that should be fine. Says we're at 60 frames. Okay. Looks good on that end. Awesome. Pull that back up. And that back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, zombies and ghouls. Time to get started back on the powered red frame astray from daban. It's been interesting so far, and it's continuing on to be that way. Let's hope that nothing has too many issues. This is a third-party kit, so it is always cautious to make sure that you have all of your knives, your tools, your files, and your sandpaper handy as we get started back into this thing. One monster of a kit. I would assume 500 plus parts with how many parts are around the room. And it's just getting to be quite interesting as we continue forward, working on the chess piece that took 2 hours last time. Let's hope that we can get through that and into some of the actual pieces today. I do need E12 off the E. We are running 3 live streams today. We are running off YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So hello everyone. Crimson Black, thank you for the likes. Alright. Looks good. E, K, and J. K. No, that's J. So I need J12 as well. And I need that one should be K. I came fully prepared, but not fully ready. So, give me 1 second, really quickly. A lot of setup this morning, and I just forgot one thing, and I will clean it up really fast. There we go. Alright, that is J. Nope, that is K. So we need what part off of K? The chess piece. Awesome. And I've got to be fairly careful. This plastic is somewhat prone to breakage if you put too much pressure on it. So, checking everything is a must. And we're live on Twitch. Let me double check that. Yes, we are. All right. Bringing that back up. Always got to double check to make sure everything's working as it should. And we have the correct title. Yes, we do. Actually, we do not have the correct title. I should have said Gunpla Weekend. It's fine for today. Nah, it'll be fine. I'll get it all set up for tomorrow. Alright. And all of our tools are ready. Alcohol. Strong as ever. Okay. Whew. I wouldn't say I don't. All for whatever floats your boat. The only people I hate are people who are rude. That's the thing. I pretty much like anybody who comes in my stream and has a positive attitude about model kits. no matter what background or preference you have. Especially if you're a Xeon fan. Alright. Especially if you're a Xeon fan, because we are very big Xeon people here. And let's see. Keeping an eye on everything is always so much fun. I've got to make sure everything stays flat for the most part. We have seen a few issues with things being a little bit oddly spaced. And that will be going up against it so I can cut that flush. And then flatten that out. Oh, dude, it's fun so far. It's been a bit trickier than you would think, Jami, because it is third party. It's actually based off the metal build. So it's a little bit different than you would normally see. We've run into a few things with the side pieces here, and I'll bring that around there. And the back pieces back here. It uses a lot of strut-based stuff for the movement. And there were a couple minor issues with that, but taking your time with it has made it easy. A little bit of sanding down on these top pieces up top, just due to the fact that third party, so nothing fits completely perfect every time. So, a lot more work. I think they were trying to bait. Which is what I say every time. I don't care where you come from. If you're interested in Gundam, I will give as much information as I can. No matter who you are. I don't play hate games. The only people I hate, I have my reasons for. It's because they've double-crossed me a few times. And luckily, it's no one who lives close to me or I talk to currently. Most of it's family. Thank you. So I've got to get that pretty cut flush, because that's going to suck if I don't. Oh my god. Yeah. No, we're not very fun together, let's just say. I've only got one sibling who is somewhat of an adult and knows how to talk like an adult. And me and her get along actually about as good as she did when she was a kid. The rest of my siblings are all not very kosher people to be around. And all pretty unwise in their ways when it comes to how they do things. Trying to put it in the nicest way I can without swearing. Because there are a bunch of fun choice words I could say about them. Ah, someone who gets it. And thank you, Jomi, for the likes. But let's get off that topic. I hate talking about political or stuff that stresses me out, so back to this thing. It's not too bad so far. And I think we've sold probably almost all of them for Gundam Kingdom. I know there was one more person who was trying to buy one today, and I know at least of 3 that have sold out of the 10, including mine. So that's awesome if we can get these things sold out for him. So I want to drive up that business pretty damn good. For $127, it's not really a bad kit for what you're getting. It's a 500 plus piece kit with the full red frame and the full powered astray, powered arm set. So, I mean, it's so worth the price. And instead of paying shipping fees, which are outrageous right now, we should have. No. We should have sold them all, hopefully. We were talking back and forth when I was buying mine about how Red Frame sells like crazy, and I told him I probably could be probably as bad as with the wing, with the Supernova wing. The second I talk about it, I'm gonna sell all the damn kits out. I wish I was part of the business. I'm just the promoter, because then I'd be making more money. Oh my god, this thing is such a pain in the ass to clip off. I can't get my hand. I'm worried I'm gonna break this piece because it's very thin in one spot, and I can't put a whole lot of pressure on it. And this polystyrene is pretty sturdy versus blades. Welcome to Gundam. Oh, dude, you missed what happened with the head on what was that? Was that shit? What was that? Monday? Yeah, Monday. You missed what happened with the head. So these thin gray pieces on the side, they're curved. So I clipped them out nice. So I went to go and clean them up, clean off the runner marks, and they kind of cracked in half. We had already glued them together. And they didn't come out too bad. There's little tiny gray pieces right up here in the head. And they broke, basically. And had to glue them back into place as nicely as possible. And, yeah, that was not fun. I felt them just... And I'm like, great job. Great job. We're already starting off great. But no, that head is actually... I like the sculpt better. The sculpt and the assembly... Actually really, really good on the head. I really had a good time with that. Okay, and that... Oh, we don't get an opening cockpit. Okay. So that's how this is going to go. Okay, so then... E12 goes on top of that. E12 and then J12. So, okay, let's get the markers out and get started. The Lupus Rex, it might be a third party. There is a high resolution Lupus, not a Rex, but there is a Lupus high resolution that's out. That's from daban. It's not a Lupus Rex, unfortunately. I've heard rumors of a Lupus Rex coming out at some point. There was a leak earlier this year says they might be doing a master grade Lupus, but I don't know. Same thing with the leak on the might be getting a an RG Epion is what I heard of, but I haven't seen anything on it lately. The recent announcement was kind of all meh. More high grades, no master grades, so probably won't hear anything until after the new year about any big kits, since Bandai tends to follow that the gift giving season is more about smaller kits, because of the Japanese economy, being more tuned for that at this time of the year. So they tend to release more high grades during the beginning and end of the year, due to holiday money being a much smaller thing in Japan. It's much more smaller denominations. Not like insane money like we do in the US. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of third-party stuff I'm looking forward to that I would like to get my hands on at some point. The third frame kits are coming out pretty quickly. My seller on eBay's got them. I just don't have $80 for them just right now for the red frame and blue frame third frame add-ons. And there's some other stuff coming out soon. Dylan's bringing out a new set for the red frame again and killing my wallet. And some other nifty stuff. If you're interested in anything third party, the best guy to follow like on Facebook for news is Samuel Decal. He does a lot of stuff out of Hong Kong. It's where I get most of my information because he usually gets his stuff direct from source. So he usually has pretty updated information on third party stuff. Still haven't heard anything about my, which I should actually check. Haven't heard anything about my Cosmos lighting kit yet, so. We'll see about that as well. Yep, not a problem. Later, Jummy. Anybody on Twitch or to YouTube? No. Awesome. Twitch, we're doing... eh. Get this all ready. And ready to go. Okay, so that looks good. And that goes over top, and we can clean up from there, so that would be better. That way I know everything's fitting and not fitting too tightly. I kind of hate how this is going together, but we'll see. Okay, so really it goes... Oh, so I should have colored the background of that. Okay. I actually colored the wrong piece. Okay. And then that goes over top. On top of that one. And then we can clean up. Keep my fingers a little bit clean so we don't have to do too much cleanup. Red usually sticks better than the white pieces do. I don't know why. White likes to smudge a lot compared to red. That is not going on very well. We are not going to force that. Going to probably ream that out. Just a little bit. Yeah, that should fit snugly, not tight. Do I have that? That should be about a 2 millimeter. That one works perfect. Awesome. Where's my other one? We just want to ream that just a bit. Reason being, the plastic probably shrunk during the process. Whatever Bandai does to ensure shrinkage is not an issue with the plastics, third parties just can't always replicate very well. Supernova does it pretty well, but the band seems to have the issue where they don't. Same thing with Dragon Momoko. Yes, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay, and then we'll clean that up real quick. Make that look all pretty. And we can continue on. So taking our time to make sure that everything is cleaned up properly and also dealt with properly, and I did not do all of that correctly. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay. Just gonna let that be a little bit rough. There's not really much to clean up on that when it's done. If I do it right. Reds always clean up pretty easily. Not much work I gotta do. The ink lays and it doesn't really move too much. And when cleaned up, it does pretty decent. Okay. That went to bed. That went better than I thought it would have. So we're getting closer to having a chess piece. Somewhat closer. Oh, now we're doing some other stuff. Oh boy. M. Ooh, M's a white frame. Need E15. Right there. Pretty. Careful getting that off. E and O. I think that's all. No. I think O is that B. That should be white. I, O, and M. C. Oh, no, there's M. Okay, M is white, like I thought. Oh, that's actually fairly large for that. Jeez. Okay. I really doubt it's on any of those. Might be a gray frame. That's WE. I should not need WE for a fuck long time. WR, and that's not it either. And I'm gonna have to look at the book to see what the hell O is. O. What does O look like? Oh, it's the small black frame. Okay. It's the small, tiny black... The one right on fucking top. 08. Awesome. And we're going to do that with silver paint, because we're doing a silver paint for the detailing work on the black parts. It instead of doing white takes so damn long time. It takes such a damn long time, and I just don't feel like doing it. I want to do the. I've been having a good luck with the silver for darker detailing work. Not nearly the cleanup mess that doing white detail work usually entails and enthralls. No. You are not falling on the ground. So we can actually do that one now and get that on there. Kind of not too bummed with it being a semi-not workable cockpit. So it's always overcomplicate the design, and no one uses them. Okay. And then clean that up pretty well. Okay, and a little bit of alcohol to help make it look a little bit better. Okay, and that's with the pointed parts up. All right. Ooh, we're actually getting somewhere with this so far. I'm happy with that. So yeah, we won't do that. No. Maybe on a gaming stream. Oh, god damn it. 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Wifey needed something. Well, we're talking about finances, so. Always trying to wheel and deal with me. I've got something of value, I will try to sell it to the first person who offers me a good amount of money for it. Because I'm not opposed to making money. It's as long as the offer is within reason. Because if anybody wanted to buy any of my lighting kits that I've done recently, and they offered the value, or at least the labor involved, I would be able to freaking make... I would sell it in a heartbeat. If I was to sell the mega scale for 800, I probably would break even. No, that pisses me off. I have no idea where that just fucking went. Yes, I do. It's right fucking there. Come right fucking back. Ugh. That slipped out of my hands. Trying to make you look good, and you're freaking flying off like that. What are you, my wife? Flying off the handle just at any second. Would be nice to have this done so we can at least do a progress update on how this is going. Because really, 2 pieces, not even having the full thing done, I don't like doing progress updates if I haven't made progress. Because then it feels like I'm nitpicking. Let me make sure that frickin' YouTube's actually even working. Let's see, so I'm gonna say hi. Yeah, it works. Okay. I was just making sure it works. Because I know sometimes things don't work perfectly. Playbacks 1. Average watch time 2 minutes. Alright, so. Okay. I know YouTube's gonna be like the dumbest thing, but it's like, I'll try it. I'm not doing too good with Twitch at the moment, so might as well. The multi-stream plugin works really good. And it should be about the same on par of latency as YouTube. I mean, as Twitch. YouTube should have about the same on par latency. Let's see. Oh, wow. Actually, it's faster. For some reason, doing TikTok live on computer right now doesn't seem to work very well. It buffers really hard. Okay, so that's going to sit up against the body, so I'm going to want that entire area colored in. Because that part sits out like that. Yeah, okay. And then we want that colored in so that way it'll look somewhat decent. And I need to be careful. White likes to bleed. White likes to have fingerprints. that's not feeling like it's going in very well. Or I don't feel it's going in there very well, because it... Yeah, no, that's not... That's... No. Yeah, we're gonna have to glue that. That's not going in very well. It sits, but... Yeah, it shows that being on top. Okay, I'll glue it in place. I have no problem gluing that. Okay. Give that a few seconds to bond. And then we'll clean that up and get it all looking pretty. Okay. Making progress so far. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good today. Live Gala, what is that? Live Gala, the Dreammaker, awards for completing different journeys. Okay, that's something weird. I have no idea. And Post Nut Clarity. Oh god, that's a unique username. Thank you for the like. Okay, progress is being made. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't do that on this one. Oh good, so we're actually making really, really good progress, because now we just got to get the easy parts on, which is... What does D23 look like? But okay, I need D's. Need O's. So O, and then D. Oh, is D white frames? Remember. Oh my god. Please don't break. Yes, D is actually a gray frame. Oh, that's right. That is gray. Okay. Oh boy, I'm terrified of these gray pieces because we had bad issues with that one initially, so I just gotta be careful. 5 and 18. It is a very soft plastic, so I've got to be very careful with it. Because we could end up breaking pieces with how bad the first two were. Can't wait to start a new build. Finish my new build. Finish my backlog. Also, thank you again for doing. Show me what you got yesterday. Oh yes, nerdy guy. What up? Yeah, dude. I tried my best on that since I couldn't duet or stitch. At least the video green screen was good enough. I thought that would work. I was like, crap. How am I gonna do this? Took me a second to think of a way I could do it. Which I'll probably be using that for people who do have longer videos from now on. I think, no, Shiny didn't have it. There was one other person, I'd have to go and look for it, who did something like that where they made it too long. And made it so I wasn't able to give them a, show me what you got. They're popular, people like them, and I don't mind sharing with others. So, you know what? It's great. It's great content when I don't have anything to talk about on my own side. When I'm doing like these gigantic monster kits. Okay. So that's good. We've got all those. I need to actually again. And for context, I don't know how much you've kept up with this one. Green Ranger, we'll just call you that. That's just the hilt for the actual broken sword that you get to make. That's the pommel to the hilt. See if I can grab the actual hilt frame. Oh, so these are what we've got at the very end. So you actually build a full Gerbo 150 katana hilt at the very, very end. It's kind of why this is considered a unicorn kit. There's only a, what is it called? There's only a metal build and this version that exists of this exact model. Because this is such a large and or very unique kit. Same with something like Snow White Prelude. There's only a few ways of even attaining those without doing kit bashing or doing custom modeling or 3D printing. Okay, so that's good. That's on the sides. Oh my god, we might actually finish this chess piece today. Redo my display setup. Hell yeah. There you go. No. See, that's what's even better. No. That is not the full-size hilt. That is full human size. That is 1/100th the scale of what the sword is in the manga. The sword is 150 meters long. That's why it's referred to as the Gerba 150. It's a massive, it's a step up from the tactical arm by a few hundred meters. So, although it is human size, it's actually 1/100th its scale. And that's kind of why it's like it's one of the rarest. It's one of the rarest versions of Red Frame. There is only a metal build that was produced by Bandai once. There are, you can get some, what do I call that? There are some Gunpla girls that do have it in the third-party market. Daban. This is Daban. 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 So for reference, when it comes to third parties, there are really some actual major brands for third party. You have Supernova, which do a really, really good quality kits. You have Daban, which they do middle quality, pretty all right. Then you have Dragon Momoko, who do really, 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 how would I put it? Daban are very bootleggy, but they do have some interesting ones like the Dragon Momoko Death Scythe, which is based off a custom build. But Dragon Momoko is very bootleggy when it comes to their builds. They don't do like, Daban is more known for making kits of metal builds, taking metal builds apart and making kits of those. Whereas Dragon Momoko are straight bootlegs, except for a few that are actually their own custom kits. And then you also have all the off-brands. There's a ton of different stuff that do metal, do third-party. Black Knight for Zoids, ZA, which is Supernova's Zoid division. It's all, there's a ton of stuff. And it's not a Bandai kit as well. No, not at all. This is based off a metal build, which is what also like the Snow White Prelude is. It's based off a metal structure that was made and very unavailable. They kind of keep the community wanting more by pushing Bandai to make things that we want. That's what I would say about third parties. By making what is unavailable available. A lot of kits that are out of print, you can usually find a third-party version. And there are a lot of really rare and unique kits from third party as well. One of which I want to get is called the Outframe. It's a Astray Outframe. It's from a side story from Astray versus Seed. It's a kit that Low Gear gives to a reporter so that way he doesn't get killed while doing war news reporting. And he basically lives inside of the Astray Outframe. It was I've read a couple chapters in it, and it's actually pretty good. You kind of get the non-war front kind of political news side of Seed that way. More of a boring storyline for those who would find a geopolitical talk in like Gundam Wing boring. And these are not sanctioned by Bandai. These companies get raided all the time by governments and are shut down all the damn time. These are in no way... Bandai will send a cease and desist if they find you selling these kits. They are in no way illegal, but they are not legal. They are considered bootleg. Considered third-party bootleg. It's like getting a ROM. I'm not selling these, but they're not 100% illegal. It's a gray kind of area. Bandai can shut down the manufacture, but the distribution, they can try by sending a cease and desist saying they would make it so you can't buy kits anymore. But that kind of hurts their reputation more, I think. Because we wouldn't have to turn to third party if they would just stop only doing what they know and actually try a little bit harder. Which we've seen Fugle and the Glory of the Loser kits coming out. It's been interesting. And the Snow Teardrop kits coming from Bandai itself, which is interesting. I don't know if that means Bandai might be turning around to actually caring about the community, or I don't know if they're just doing that to maybe stay ahead of the bootleg, the third-party scene, which they've got a lot of ground to make up on. Oh, no. No. So, see, I'm surprised. Crossbones was actually really good for me. Mine's still standing up. I didn't have really too many problems with it, wherever it is at the moment. I moved him. Oh, he's actually on the wall. That's right. He's on the wall now. But, yes, two good examples of two kits I hate to death. The RG Sinanju is a nightmare if you don't actually know what you're doing. And Dark Matter Exia is garbage tier. I literally had a laugh with that with the guy who runs Gundam Kingdom the other day. We were dying laughing talking about how terrible the Dark Matter Exia Master Grade is compared to every other kit that exists out there. And how terrible that kit is no matter what you do. You can make it good, but you've got to put some effort into it. Ooh, man, I almost missed that. I did not clean up that nub very well. I will get right on that in 2 shakes of a tail. I completely forgot to do that. How embarrassing. And then there's stuff like the issues with the Verkas and Nanju has a bad waist joint. Like, you have to get a third-party waist joint to fix the Verkas and Nanju. That's how bad that one is. If you prefer MG over RG, you should definitely pick up, I will send for it right now, the RG new, the RG Hainu. The RG Hainu is not RG in any way. It is master grade. It feels like a failed master grade for how it looks and how it builds. And I will say that until the sun comes home. I've done enough real grades, new, old, and previously made back in the day, to know the difference between a real grade and a master grade. And real grade Hainu is not a real grade. It's a misnomer. They labeled it that because it was too small to be master grade, is what I feel. And it's too complicated to be a high grade. It in no way has anything to do with real grade. Other than the fact that it's very well color separated, but fuck off. Fucking real grades never have perfect color separation. The only kit that does color separation really, really well in the real grade line is the Sinanju. It has the most color separation out of almost anything, but now is beat out by the RG Hainu. But I prefer master grades myself because I like the detail at the price value. I usually you get the best quality and detail level for the value. That's how I feel on master grades. And they're the easiest to work with what I do. A master grade has 10 times the room versus a real grade, I don't know, high grade. High grades are great just because they're not complicated, so they also make pretty good lighting kits. Lots of room, places you can hide wires, and overall, it's not too hard to do. But master grades just because of the size. Yeah, not this song. Different song, please. Much better. Yes, more Castlevania. Okay. There we go. Slowly looking like what it should look like. And I'm liking that gray detailer. I love this stuff. What can I call it? It works like, what would I call it? It works like weathering paint, basically. So it's, and I'll show it in a second, it's a water-based acrylic marker that has a metallic filler in it. And we'll show that off a little bit more. And it creates really great dark coloring for darker parts that I've seen recently. Because it has a unique property to it. It is Nicecho or Nico metallic marker pens. So this paint's interesting. It doesn't stick to plastic very well. It doesn't stick to plastic very well, but it will sit like panel liner. And so what it is you just put it all over the piece and then rub it off like you would, what is it called? Weathering compound. And then just clean it up. And hey, look at that. Dark panel liner. Works great so far. Because it leaves behind a little bit of the paint, but it also leaves the metallic portion behind. You can't clean it off. Once it's on there, the metallic doesn't come off. The metallic binds to the plastic, but the color doesn't. It's weird. I've been liking it so far. It's a lot easier to clean up versus my old white panel method. So, and I've got a ton of these in different colors, so it will work with just about anything. It's been interesting. I need to keep testing with it. It's become my favorite, really easy cleanup dark panel liner. I like using it on rifles the best. I've done 2 of them, the Nightingale's big long rifle and then the Sinanji real grades rifle, and it adds just that much kind of metal feel that they don't feel like they're just chunks of plastic. Kind of like as if I tried a little bit more. MG is perfect to work with great detail. Press the higher RG just tab. Better bang for the buck. Sometimes. My dream is the PGRX 78 The Unleashed. Yeah, the Unleashed looks good. I just don't know. I'm not a PG guy myself. I have one, and it cost me a ton of money when I bought it. It was almost as much as the PG Unleashed. It's the red frame Kai PG, and then that was P Bandai. That was over $300. I think it came out to about $330 with tax. I really hate it. That was one of the worst things I've ever built. And that was back when I was really bad at building and getting a little bit better. If I built it today, it would probably be in better condition. It probably wouldn't have the snap leg part that had on it because I would have been a little bit more careful. But it's still overall really terrible. Everything's out of proportion. The arms don't move nearly as much as they should. They very limited movement. The legs are out of scale so badly that it just feels wonky. And the headpiece, parts like to fall off of it. The tactical arm is useless. You can't even use it in sword mode because it uses the metal build design, which makes it so that it's only really fit for bow, Delta Kai, and flight form. Can't you really use it in sword mode? It looks great, but it's pretty terrible, just like the metal build. The master grade red frame Kai is the best of the actual red frame Kais that I have, and I have them all. I have a metal build version. Well, I have a metal build tactical arm, but I do have a metal bear red frame. It's nice, super heavy, doesn't like to stand on its own. The PG is great looking, but not that great to ever touch. Versus the monster that has become my actual master grade Kai that has enough weapons on him to destroy the universe so far. And I'm still getting more. He's starting to turn into basically what would rival full armor unicorn. Actually, right now he probably could beat the shit out of full armor unicorn. Yeah, you go destroy one. I'm going to launch 12 missiles at you, bring out a Gatling gun, and then also bring a giant sword to knock you into the next atmosphere. Okay, that doesn't concern me too much. That one does. Knife cuts should do it. You know what? No, we're going to use the file. I've seen the Unleashed. I'm more worried about how the lighting kit goes in. They like to use ribbon cables. I've seen a lot of problem with ribbon cables. The MGX is one of the most notorious for breaking. And I had one person who have had issues with the Exia lighting kit, and the Unicorn lighting kit is supposed to be pretty difficult for the PG as well. And they're... Usually the lighting kits tie them into their base stand, so they're not even that great in the first place. Same thing with the MGX, Exia, and Unicorn. They house all the electrical components in the base stands, so you really can't do anything without the base stand, and you can't get really extreme poses, and they have to be on the stand no matter what. And that's my biggest issue with the lighting PGs or anything that what Bandai pre-wires up, because they kind of tie all the electronics into one. Versus something like what I do, where I use just some DC cables, and you can do a lot. I mean, my MSO8 team that's above me up there, wherever my hand is going, right there, they're really not tied into their base. I could always clip them back out. It's 2 wires, clip them back out. Their base has it a little bit down inside there, but that was kind of the idea. But their wires are all internal, so the base just has its own lighting to it. For my Hygog and Zagok team, which I could have shown a little bit more and not been stupid. There we go. But that's just me. I have my own gripes with the way that Bandai does things. I'm not too much of a fan of paying insane amount of money for something that's half-baked coming out the forefront. Oh, I should have just gone with knife cuts. Yeah, knife cuts into filing. And that's really the only thing that sucks about third party is what I'm doing right now. Cleaning up is important on this one. Making sure everything is cleaned appropriately and keeping everything as neat and tidy as possible. This is very, 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 very methodical work, because if I don't and something stresses out, I'm going to break it, and these parts are almost totally unavailable. Another kit is almost unavailable to even replace it. The replacement process wouldn't ever happen. So I've got to take my time and go as slowly and methodically as I can and try not to forget parts. Megas RX-78-2. Oh yeah, yeah. Here, give me a second. Let's make Big Boy dance. If I want to spin and do that, I shall spin counterclockwise. Spinny, spinny, round we go. Hopefully don't unplug the microphone. Oh, oh. Alright, there we go. Big Boy, why don't you give us a dance? Flash. Slow dance for me, Big Boy, as I go and turn back around again. And show off my Big Boy himself. Pull the microphone up that way. My big big 1/48 scale being right there. That thing took a long time to get done. So I feel ya. I like them because they're giant high grades. They're awesome. I need to get the ARC 78 too and the Zaku at some point. I love that I went back and went and refreshed my unicorn. That's when I would say if it's on your list, go ahead and pick up at some point. The 1/48 scale was fucking awesome. And there's so much room to do stuff with. It's actually what got me into doing my own custom lighting kits. Nothing on YouTube. That's fine. I wasn't expecting it to be a rousing success the first time out. The Zakus are pretty hard to find because they didn't make a whole lot of them. It's not the popular one. The popular one being the ARC 78-2 and the Unicorn. So there aren't a whole lot of the Zakus around. I've seen maybe one out in the wild and built on display inside a shop. Very rare. Almost as rare as the PG Zakus can be. Not pricey, but rare. Don't fetch top dollar like the other ones do, but they are still considered fairly rare. Okay, and then let's bring that back onto me. There we go. Awesome. A little bit back to the side. There we go. 148 when I got paid, the next day it was gone. Ugh. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in this climate. Yeah, that's kind of why I've been trying to help as many people out whenever I find something interesting. Like this kit, I was like, oh hell no, this is going to sell out instantly if I talk about it. Because every time I talk about something that's actually popular, my guy gets his stuff sold out in a couple days. It's kind of was like, okay, so The people who do follow me get the first shot because I'm gonna freaking hawk the hype the shit out of this. Then the people who watch the stream get a chance because, man, I love it when people actually get something that they want. So anytime he's got something, or if I find something on like Amazon that's insanely cheap, like the Master Grade New that I got, they had it on for like $72, and I'm like, there is no way I'm passing that up. Master Grade New at MSRP, are you freaking kidding me? Hell no, is that staying up on there, and I'm not going to talk about it. It's all the way back over $120 again. If you're in the U.S. and you're looking for something big, you should look at my guy on Gundam Kingdom. He carries bus regularly now because they've been selling so well. Currently, he's carrying the Zeta, the Sinanju, and the Unicorn pretty regularly. And they are one hell of a kit to buy. The only one I would say you need to watch out for is the Unicorn. It does have issues. I did a whole custom process on it with the LEDs because I didn't like the way the wiring diagram is laid out. But they are actually worth their money. My 135th scale Sinanju takes up my entire coffee table. And I cannot wait till we move so I can get my coffee table back. Don't use US Gundam. New type and Gundam Pros. Gundam Place. Oh, there's another one I've been using lately. New Type I like. I love New Type's packaging. New Type does a great job on packing things. I order decals from them all the time, and they pack them so nice that it's amazing. God, there was another one I bought from... I don't know about Gundam Gunpla Style just yet because they still haven't shipped my LED kit just yet. But I never use US Gundam or Big Bad Toy Store. Those are the two that I think most of my followers swear not to use, and what I won't use anymore. Big Bad Toy Store have burned me so much it's not even funny, and US Gundam have lost my sponsorship because they've been burning me so badly lately. Between pre-orders and not caring about even the smallest of content creators. It's like, I may not be big, but you know what? I don't want my guys going to you then because unfortunately you've burned a lot of my followers and myself, so I'm never going to refer anyone to you again. New Type are great. I have not had any problems. Gundam Pros is my go-to if I need to buy something that I'm trying to look for. And then, like, Gundam Place. I called them. That's also where if I have to call you, and I don't have to really wait, or have to overly explain what I'm looking at, and you follow up and follow through, you're going to get my fucking business for a long time. Gundam Place, I think they're out of Pittsburgh or somewhere on the East Coast. I can't remember completely. But they got a stock in of High News. I've been trying to get the High News for weeks. Had a pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store. And it still hadn't shipped yet. I don't even know if Big Bad Toy Store has even shipped their High News at all. Gundam Place is cool. They're really good. I called him after placing my order to make sure that they had them in stock. And he assured me that he would have a tracking number within 2 hours. I had that tracking number in an hour, and it shipped in 5 days. I was so happy with that. He didn't argue with me. He didn't treat me like I didn't matter. Doesn't even know I make content, and that's fucking awesome. Because if some rando is going to call you up cold, asking about a pre-order, Oh, asking about a kit coming in. And you're able to not only treat them like a human being and follow through. Oh, fuck yeah, you're getting a fucking goddamn. Oh, yeah, shill. Because that shows good customer service. And that's why my guy at Gundam Kingdom is like my favorite too. He'll set you up real good. If you need something like third party or if there's something you're looking for, check out his website. I have it tagged in a couple different videos. It's gundamkingdom.net. He's really getting his storefront up there pretty good, but he's also very friendly and gets those kits out as soon as they come in, as soon as the orders come in. So those two are my favorite right now. I have had no issues with Gundam Pros or a new type, and they're actually really great. I don't have too much brand loyalty. I have friends, but even then, I tell people where to go, where they're going to get the best deal, the best prices, and where they don't have to worry about what they're doing it. Because I don't want you to have to worry about that. I want you to worry about finding out what the next kit's going to be. That's my biggest idea. And my biggest thing. I want you to think about the next kit you're doing. Oh, so there's a little notch. Oh, you son of a bitch. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it goes that way. Ooh, I don't like that. That might require some Mr. Glue. Because that's going to fall off all the damn time. And I don't plan on taking that off. But before I do that, I should put the top parts on. Which would be the smart idea, so that way I don't have to worry about parts interacting. Because these will actually go across that, and I'm probably going to glue these on. Because they're going to fall off. That's not a very secure contact point. Because I already get anxiety when it comes to anything related shipping or pre-orders. So I really like a hassle-free service. And that's how it should be. Yes! Awesome. And if you buy anything from those two and you want to be nice and mention me to them, I love that. Gundam Kingdom knows me pretty well. I have a good working relationship with him. But any of the other providers out there, that'd be awesome too, because I do want to get my name out there a little bit more because I want to help them out just as much. Because no matter if you're big or small, we all need a little bit of help once in a while. I don't have any discount codes. I wish I did, but I don't. If I did, I would be sharing, trust me. I actually will show you that if I feel like picking up a $300 model. Oh, come here, you. His legs aren't the correct ones because we had an issue with third-party kits and the solvent inside of Gundam markers. So he has Proto's legs at the moment. But this... Oh, whoop, no, yeah, there we go. Is the Wing Gundam Supernova. This is actually the one I prefer. And the reason why is that the wings actually are more articulated and they have separating pieces. If I can get that in view. It's actually my preferred one. But good luck finding one. I was trying to get a replacement one and maybe doing a kit bash with this one. Ha! Kind of why I went and grabbed Snow White as soon as I could. But if I had to pick a Bandai one, it actually would be the real grade. I actually like the real grade custom a lot better. It's not doing too fancy of stuff, and I actually like it a lot. It's not bad for what it does, and mine's held up pretty well over time. Yes, he's back heavy, but his joints are actually in good shape. It was actually my first real grade and first kit getting back into Gundam. After having a no grade basic colored TV version wing when they first came out back in the 90s. Yes, the RG's fucking amazing. I don't like the Vrka. I don't like it. I don't think it was good enough. If they had okay, so there are reasons why it's bad. It uses standard so for custom should have the legs from what EW Wing has, which is what they used on the metal builds and on the high resolutions, which have a much more color separated leg and different side skirts. They use the standard Wing Gundam side skirting and legs, which are very non-articulated and blocky. For the custom should have the more sleeker legs because of the fact that it comes from the manga and the TV movie, which looks better. It slimlines with the articulation of, well, with the style that the wings are, especially also with the shoulders being different and the chest being a lot more pointy, I guess would be the best idea. It's kind of the difference between the high resolution red frame and the regular red frame Astray master grade and or real grade, where they have correct leg scaling on the master grade and the real grade, where the high resolution and the PG do not. They are Chonkosaurus legs. He didn't skip leg day at all. Because them thighs can clap on the freaking high resolution Astray. So it's kind of just, I just don't like the way they went with the look. And Michael Fox, 1984, thank you for the likes. And oh, that's going to be terrible if I do that. Knife cuts. I wish they would have just copied what they did with the high resolution wing custom and done that as a Vrka. They could have easily have done it. They had the tooling for it. And the high resolution was kind of garbage. But I don't know why they didn't make it better. It's kind of why I don't like the Fugal. All the Fugal is doing is taking the Vrka wings and making a backpack adapter for the tall geese with the embossed wing plating, which is okay, but nothing special really, because then it's just a master grade tall geese box standard. Like, that would actually be what I do with my... No, I'm not working on an Astray Kai at all. This is not a Kai. This is the... Here, let me show you. This is the daban. Here, that's actually the best image of it. So, oh, that's right. Fucking hell, I forgot that white's out. So, those are the arms that will be on the unit, and it's actually... on that. This is not the Kai at all. This is based off the metal build. Forgot that was going to wash out my screen if I did that, and that was really dumb. There are Kai, what is it called? There are third-party Kais, but this is completely different. This is the daban 8814. But it's close. Like, this is no way how this would be built at all. These parts all go on way differently. Kind of better, kind of bad. Kind of hating these stupid fucking runner parts in the middle of the fucking goddamn panel right here. The image actually on stream is what it looks like. The little one in the corner. That's actually what it looks like when it's done. And 8814 is the model number that daban uses. Because the Kai is what comes with the tactical arm. That is a little tiny sword compared to what I'm doing. Which you should be able to see that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm so careful with this gray plastic. It has a tendency to be a piece of shit, and I don't want it to break. We're going to be very, 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 very delicate with it. Yeah, we're up to 349 likes on TikTok. That's awesome. I've been doing really poorly on likes lately for the stream. And the biggest problem I'm having is that it's taking so long. I was not as I assumed this was going to be a long build, but I didn't think it was going to be this long. Where everything is taking time. Which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But when a chess piece takes upwards of 4 hours to complete, that's a little much. These earbuds are hurting me today. We're 2 hours already into this chess piece, and yeah. Usually I would already be done, even with doing my detailing. Like what was it? High noon? No, fucking, it was done in 10 seconds. I had the wiring done. I had everything put together. Everything was all done. It probably took 30 minutes at most to get the chess piece put together on the high noon, with even detailing. This one is just taking its damn sweet time. Between having to glue parts together, make sure things are fitting correctly. It is a breath of fresh air trying to do a nice clean build, but man, did I pick a difficult piece to do that with. Did I pick the hardest thing out of everything I have in the house? And did I do that one? No, I did not. Because I'm kind of accustomed to doing these on stream now. I don't usually have too many issues. I usually can get things all sorted out. I don't know why I have that on the desk. We're not even doing any wiring today. If at all, any. Try to get the area a little bit organized and cleaned up so I don't look like a total wreck. There we go. Ooh! Nice. That's kind of what this was. This was an early Christmas present to me from wifey. She had asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I'm like, probably just get me money. Yeah, I mean, you know what would be what I would want, and she's told me, yes, I know what you'd want, but I don't know which one to buy. And as soon as this one came up for sale, I'm like, well, I don't know if I can afford it, and told me to go and grab it because it'd basically be Christmas for me. Because she's like, that would probably be what I buy. I'm like, that's exactly what I would have told you to buy me. We're very non-traditional. We've already had most of Christmas already. Christmas came a bit early because money was there. Yeah, I think the rest of Christmas is this weekend. For us, at least. We try to buy what we want throughout the entire year, so that way, when Christmas comes up, we're not overspending our money. I know not everyone can do that, and we're able to do that just because of the fact of our situation, and it's nice. It means I'm not too worried about Christmas usually. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. If I didn't just buy everything I wanted, yeah, I'd probably have a list like a mile long. I mean, I have an Amazon wish list that is gigantic, but that's just because I put things on there whenever I see it. Will it get bought? Probably never. Is it there just so I can refer back to it? Pretty much. Hell, my nice camera that I have was on there for over 3 years, and I finally bought it not too long ago. That I used to record the overhead view. I actually kind of kicked myself that I didn't buy it sooner. Because I could have bought it like 4 years ago, and I didn't. Okay, and then these go in how? Yes. Oh, I see some fuckery. Okay, so am I doing that right? No, I am not. I am not doing that right at all. Putting it on the wrong side. So those fit pretty good. That's nice. And actually fits really good. I do like those. And that'll keep those in, which is good. Because they don't stay in at all. Okay. Is that one ready, or does it need to be... No, it needs to be cleaned. Okay. Nice. $1,000 likes. Thank you very much. I hope so. We're at 989. Thank you, Crimson Black. That'd be the first time I hit 1,000 likes ever. On a stream. And hello, Crimson Black. We are actually making some progress. We are actually making progress. We've actually got some of the armor on. On this frustratingly nice kit. And I hope everyone has a good Christmas. We will be actually, no, I will not be here. I forgot. I have to say that. I will not be here for Christmas. I get to go and stay at the in-laws. But hopefully for all you lovely people out there, that means I'm going to sit down with the iPad and actually get some work done. I almost have the new design finished for the next t-shirt. I know I'm not as good as Mad, but my work takes a lot of time, and I'm just not good at sitting down and getting on the iPad and actually working. So the new design's almost done. I had to completely redo it because I completely messed it up. But I think the new design will work, and it'll be probably done after Christmas if I sit down and finish it. It's about 60% finished, but there's a new element that I'm going to add to it since it's kind of on brand for me, and it should work. I kind of like the new way I'm doing it. So I won't be here probably almost all next weekend. So it'll probably be, and then I'm actually out for the new year as well because of the fact that I have to work. So I probably won't even I'll see most of you during the week, but I won't see you during the holidays because I will be either working or I will be out of town at the in-laws' place. So that's going to be fun. But that means I can get some work done both days, both times. Hopefully the on-call work won't be too bad. And I can sit down and actually get some work done. Okay. So that, it slides up. It does kind of like the original does. It slides in. Cool. And then just clean up a little bit, and then we can glue the side pieces on. Yeah, and we're going to glue those side pieces on because they don't clip in very well. Like, they're on there, but I don't think there's anything that's going to be going over top of them because this is the finished armor piece. I do like that the nub mark will be in the back, unlike the other pieces where the nub mark's on the front. Yeah, I don't like that. We're definitely going to glue those on. Just a little bit of glue to tack them into place. And surprisingly, what is this? What is this shit called? Kiss Nail Gel. I have found to be the best super glue for gunpla. It is quick setting. It bonds to plastic really, really well. And it does an amazing job on holding parts together. And it's great for tightening joints up so far that I've used. And that's pretty sad. I have this, what is it called? Some Loctite gel. Fucking horrible. The worst glue I've ever used. doesn't set very quickly, takes forever to do any to set, gets all over the place, and just is a mess. Unlike this nail glue, which works freaking amazing. I've used it a couple times because it's always around the house, because wifey's always buying fake nails all the damn time. And 31 seconds playing. I love this song. It's a Doom rendition, remember right? It's from Doom 3, technically. Alright, a few other parts. Get them cleaned up and then get them detailed up. Surprisingly, for once, this Christmas has actually been somewhat okay. Usually Christmas is my worst holiday. I'm not going to jinx myself and knock on some wood, because Christmas is usually my worst holiday. Usually something bad happens. Last year we had a tire stolen off my wife's car. The entire tire, not just the freaking, not just the rubber, and only one of them, but the entire tire. No catalytic converter, because you can't even get to it on her car. There's some plastic underneath it. But the whole tire stolen right off the car, damaged the quarter panel and everything. But it was just like, oh, thanks 2020. You just can't stop. You just can't stop. It wasn't already a bad enough year. You got to steal a tire off my wife's car. And that turned out to be a $900 fucking problem. You would think my car, which is which I already fear, is well, no, because my tires aren't that expensive, is an LS3 Camaro with basically Corvette-sized tires. I think I usually pay about 100, maybe 110 a tire. Her low-profile 19-inch tires, which are also an XL wide tire, are $300 a piece. I got lucky because one of them was on warranty and only had to pay $44 to have it replaced. Thank God it was under warranty. Oh yeah, we have those in stock in this brand and it's only $200. Would you like to also get a second one? No. No, I would not like to get a second one. Just replace the one that's damaged. I'm not made of money. My little sedan is the most expensive tires under the sun. And it's not even a luxury car. It's a freaking Ford Focus. I mean, a Ford Fusion. Not even a rare or expensive car. I paid like $16K for it. Not even rare. Nothing. Not like my car. I mean, I know if my rims ever got stolen, if I ever had an entire wheel stolen off my car, I think it would be about the same price range, but that's just because my rims are expensive. I think my rims are around $800 just on their own. Somewhere around 2 to 3, maybe in the high range, if I was to buy an exact OEM. But I can buy a whole set of tires for what the cost of just one of her entire wheels costed. But so far this year's been going pretty good, and I want it to stay that way. Even with all the plans that are coming up, we're still not in the red, and we're still getting everything set up. And I'm talking into the wind, I think, or I'm just talking to myself, but I'm all right. I want to remind myself that we're doing good, too, because that's not a thing that happens. We're always somewhat in a struggle. Because life likes to beat me when I'm down. Okay. That's one. Let me get a Q-tip to clean that up. Not one that's contaminated with panel liner. All right. So. Smudge, 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 smudge. Not too much. I don't want to take it all off. I just want to take most of it off. Oh, really? Oh boy. Might have I done those wrong? I might need to look at that. Oh, no, no, no. No, I didn't. Okay, I see. No, I did not do them wrong, but I see what you're supposed to do now. Oh, that's actually quite it. I actually kind of like that. Okay, I actually do like that. That's actually a unique way of doing it, so the chest all moves at once. Oh, that's actually really cool. So you have this piece that connects up to the strut tower. That strut tower connects into there and into the shoulder. Yeah, I had to bring that up a little bit closer. So you have this little black part that connects to the strut tower. Strut connects up into there. That connects into your backpack. Well, what you're doing is that's actually a piece for this to rest on. That's better because usually in the build of these, that piece just kind of flips on there and just kind of has a connection that kind of sits there, and then it makes it really hard to move the chest because then not everything's all fluid. Oh, we lost a lot of movement. Oh. Oh, okay. So once we got all the armor pieces on, that really nice ab crunch has become a... How about side to side? Side to side is still pretty decent. Okay, okay. Nice to know the limitations. Nice to know the limitations. Kind of sad that that happened. Now we're not getting that really intense ab crunch that we were having. And there should be a back piece. Probably. No, did I miss a piece? Yeah, I'll have to look at the book, because did I miss a piece? There should be something like a white piece that goes on the back side of that. Let me check the book. Does it come up later? Oh, no, it's for the backpack. Okay. Is it for the backpack? Oh. Well, that's severely underwhelming. Now, is it because the backpack will then have a bigger piece that will go there for the other one, or is there a part that it's missing? Because that shouldn't be the only piece on that. No, it's so that the backpack can still be on it, and we can have the gorilla suit on it. Because usually there would be a piece that sits right here. That came off E. Let me see if E has that piece. That's MI. Should come off E. C. E. What did I do with E? Let me see. E, 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 D. Where did E go? M. Oh no, E was red. What was that? M. Actually, it came off M. Now, if I remember right, that should have a piece off M then. Not E, M. I wonder if there's a part that's not used. Let's see. No, we are apparently using every single part. I don't see any X'd out parts. No, apparently we're using it every single part. It's probably that they made the back skirting actually a lot better that way, because it probably doesn't ride nearly as high. I'll have to check my other ones to see. I have a couple that I could look at, because there is a distinct marker of where a piece would go. There is a distinct connection point. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make the gym today. That sucks. Hour 58 minutes. Nice. And what did we get up to? 989 likes on TikTok. That's awesome. That's the most I think I've ever got on a stream. I don't know if I want to start the arms just yet. That would be something great for like tomorrow's stream. I want to see. That does have some... Yeah, it's got to be they removed it for quality. Not much left on that freaking O frame. O doesn't have many parts left on it. Needs a little bit more cleanup on that. Oh, and we're not doing that either. No, yeah, no, he doesn't usually have that. Okay, he doesn't usually have a deck to the chest piece. That's weird. Never really noticed that. Doesn't really have a deck to the chest plate like a normal Gundam would. I mean, Astrays are based off a grunt suit, so not surprising. Okay, so then I want to get the neck piece done. So J-E-M. J-E-M, and then we can put the head on. Hell yeah. J-E-M. M. M what? 26. 26. Oh, it's sideways. That's fucking weird. Usually they sit right side up. Probably gonna have to glue this E part on. Oh, sorry. Yes. And then J. J what now? 38. That will be a great place to stop because we'll have the whole body pretty, well, the whole chest piece at least done, plus the head attached. So that'll be perfect. Don't know how that got glue on it, but it did. Awesome. I didn't get too much on YouTube, and that's fine. YouTube is something new, so that way we can expand and broaden horizons. Since Twitch really hasn't been doing that great. And the new multi-stream plugin works great now. And I don't think we're having too many issues with it, are we? No, looks good. Looks good, and the frame rate is 60 frames a second. H.264, you are awesome. It's not hardware. It's it actually no, it is hardware encoding. H.264 hardware encoding is NVIDIA. Go my 1060 Ti. So it would have gone X264, but I didn't want to overtax my hardware. My hardware is already running a lot of stuff, so I don't want to overtax that. And my GPU really hasn't ever been doing anything lately, so why not run with the graphics card doing some work for once? Go have its lazy button do something. Might glue that headpiece thing in because that usually does fall off these kits pretty easily. I've lost a bunch of them over the years. Oh no, that's actually pretty secure. Okay. Awesome. Love it. Send it and go. Okay. And cleaned up a little bit. Okay. Might need to tighten up that ball joint on the head. But a regular ball joint giggity giggity headpiece that we got, and might need to glue that down. Because it's doing like the standard. Make fall off, goddamn. Make fall off V-fin. All right. If I can ever frame up my fucking picture. Not looking too half bad. Definitely an odd choice on that top chest piece. They're a little longer than I'd like, but it's not too bad. Might need to glue the V-fin on, the V-fin on at some point because it is not staying on very well. But overall, it's a fairly nice looking kit. Fairly nice looking kit so far. Not too out of proportion. It is a much larger chest piece than normal, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. The next thing I really want to get, I might think about buying one, is getting a Motor King. Motor Kings are really cool. They're a 1/48 scale bust for the Astrays. Maybe I'm looking at getting one of those. They're a little bit more expensive, but I'm not looking to getting one. I wish Gundam Kingdom was carrying some of those. Those are really cool. But that's all I've got time for today. It's already 1:19. So quick stream for this today. Thank you to everybody. Jami, Crimson Black, thank you for the likes. That Nerdy Guy 90. Thank you all for hanging out and listening to me whine and grime while I work my way towards having one of the most unique kits that you can buy out there. You can get this and more from Gundam Kingdom in Katy, Texas. The website is gundamkingdom.net. He's an awesome guy, takes care of me all the time. I know the owner personally, and we are actually developing a beautiful working relationship as well as a beautiful personal relationship because we are doing some great work together, and I hope you find something that you might like over at gundamkingdom.net. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Maybe do some gaming tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I'm gaming with wifey, she really doesn't like being on stream, so we tend to not be on stream. But as always, thank you, and bye-bye.